let's go to the lines. What we got on the line right now?
So we've got the attorney at law, Isat Buchanan, who has been commissioned by the PNP Women's Movement to be the attorney for the young lady whose locks were cut.
Oh, that's the same thing I'm talking about. The rhyme that they're doing on social media is for her. All right, so let's go to the phone line right now and talk to attorney Isat Buchanan, right?
Isat?
Good afternoon to your listeners.
Oh, I gotcha. Hi. Now, let me pronounce her name right, so I don't want to mess it up. It's Nzinga King?
Nzinga
King. All right, so her name is Nzinga King. And now this situation happened last week. And this week, the story broke that when her mother went to pick her up from the, police station, she saw a whole new person. She didn't see the young girl that she knew. Can you give us any more insight on why they, first of all, had to hold her behind bars for that length of time?
No, well, she was given a fine of $6,000 or 10 days. It's still unclear whether it was properly communicated to her that she could pay a fine. Anyway, when her mother did pay the fine, and when her mother went to pick her up, she saw her without her dreadlocks. It's as simple as that.
Right. Well, it sounds simple, but nothing about that can possibly be simple.
No, so I'm starting at the position that is as simple as that because from my existence, I thought only aliens probe.
Listen.
So while we probe, so everyone can shut up, and we try to create narratives, I'm just going to say this: one of the reasons why the George Floyd case resulted in a conviction was because the nation was watching, and injustice is something for all. So if we don't take a stand where that is concerned seek to find the justice is truth.
Yep.
Not a false narrative.
Yep.
So I'm just making that clear why I say it's as simple as that.
And there's a bunch of false narratives out there. Everybody's trying to guess and assume and make exceptions as to why the officer maybe had to have done this. Is there any legal reason? One, this is a two-pointed question. One, is there any legal reason you can think of in which officers of the law in Jamaica are allowed to cut off an inmate's hair? That's question number one.
The answer to that no is no.
Okay.
There's no justification on the Constitution that would warrant this. You would have seen a statement from the Commission that is not something for certainly the modern day JCF. So we're not talking about the JCF of the past that is responsible for the Coral Gardens massacre and all the mistreatment of Rastafarians and black people in this country. We're saying the modern JCF, the answer to that is no.
All right, and
this is the simple answer we need to know is, why did you cut the hair?
Yes.
And you should be removed from duty and you should be charged.
I agree.
That's simple.
This is something that let me make sure I quote the right person. They say the senior superintendent Glenford Miller, commanding officer of Clarendon Police, said if the lady's story is not true, she will be creating public mischief. And if that is the case, I will consult with the high command of the JCF where charges will be proffered against her. I'm not sure why that statement started there, but okay. And if my police officer's stories are true and if my police officer's stories are true, and if anything that happened is the fault of theirs, I will consult with the high command because the decision will come from the commissioner's office. He basically led with the possibility that this could be a made-up story.
Good. I'm happy for that because this isn't Chicken Little.
Yeah.
We're not in nursery school anymore.
Right.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. When we have two Jamaicas existing at one time, and I'm starting there.
Yeah.
When a politician says that another politician is a minister of nothing, the whole women's movement and the women across Jamaica rise up, and it's injustice that must stop.
Yeah.
An officer is allegedly cut a female, has maimed her, has robbed her of her identity.
Yep.
And we need to see if this is true.
Yeah.
So you must appreciate that there are other stories in the public space that the high command the commissioner, inspector, whoever he is, can simply go and investigate that. And
Which
the
is what
same
they should be
apply.
doing.
Persons who are in the public space that are issuing tweets and saying she's lying and putting out false narratives because it could be your family member, creating public mischief is a charge for everybody. This is a sensitive topic, and I will just invite the public to let the court
Deal with it.
What it must.
I know that's
the court
right.
is quite competent at 3 tiers to come to a final decision. There's the Court of First Instance, which is the Supreme Court, which follows by the Court of Appeal, and which after, if no remedy is there, one takes their matter to the Privy Council. When it is all said and done, then people can comment. And so all the name calling and the smoke screens and the ad hominem and the overreacting, that is a result of post-traumatic slave disorder. So you can keep your slave mentality. This issue is about human rights. This issue is about a female that was robbed of her identity by a Delilian ancestor. I cannot say it any other way. And we must get justice for her. And I'm speaking strongly on that on this platform.
Listen, I love this, man. I'm going to invite you so much more often on my show because you speak how I like people to talk. Don't sugarcoat. The only reason you have to sugarcoat certain things is because we're on radio and we do not want the commission. But this is an extremely serious topic. And my question is, okay, I have 2 more things before you go. One, in regards to when people are stopped by authorities, right?
Yes.
If a citizen of Jamaica feels that the authorities are doing something outside of the realm of what the law should allow them to do, what right does a citizen have? Like, say if a citizen decides to verbalize the fact that what you're doing is violating law, is it against the law to speak back to an officer? And if not, when does it become against the law?
All right, so here's where I take a sharp turn in the conversation. When police officers are doing their job, you gain no clout, you gain no freedom, you gain nothing for escalating the situation. Even where you know the law, I'm going to say this. In America, the black man is trained to know to keep his mouth shut just to stay alive. It should be no different in the Jamaican space because they are the authority. If they don't know the law, get to where you need to get so you can get a lawyer and you can seek redress in the court. That's simply what it is. So we don't need to confront the police because we have, as I'm speaking to you, 3 young men were murdered in Stony Hill. And two escaped with their lives and they're searching for the other one so that they could probably get him help. Gunmen went and did that. Where is the crime plan and how are we fighting crime? So if the officers want to stop you and harass you, open your phone, do all of this, you have constitutional rights. You don't need to escalate the matter. Let them take you before the judge, and that is your opportunity. The simplest charge, get a lawyer and get advice.
Okay, but
and
in the moment,
in the right, you can sue.
If in the moment, because I'm hearing what you're saying, but you're like, if they want to take your phone and search into your phone, and that's not part of the law, I mean, yeah, don't talk back.
Don't give your code. You
Okay.
say no, but you don't have to fight.
Okay.
That's one thing I can tell you. Where the phone situation is concerned, there are several cases where the crux of the case is because of the phone and the methodology, the illegality and the breaches of constitutional rights.
Right.
Why they gain access to the law works,
Yeah.
It is whether or not the persons who are administering the law know what they're doing. That's another matter. But as a citizen of this country, you don't have to buy into the narrative and become a criminal and experience the inhumane treatment by escalating the matter. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so
That
escalate.
when you are in the right, don't give it away.
Yeah, I love that and I fully agree, but I just want to make sure that statement is very clear because there are people, and I've even witnessed it myself, who talked very calmly but very firmly that they know the law and what is happening right now is not supposed to happen. But they keep being pushed and manhandled even when speaking firmly and please, I know the law.
I agree. I saw a video and the lady said, in the name of Jesus, unhand me, and the female officer almost fell on her face by an act of God.
Yeah.
So all we can do as citizens is exercise our right, take our phones out and video everything.
Everything.
Until the JCF is equipped with cameras to monitor
Body
them by a
cams.
higher power. But every single citizen can police the police by taking out your phone. You don't have to show it to the police. Be in positions to always have your phone out, because that's how we're going to fight crime, and crime is two ways. Not only from criminals, it's everywhere. And it's not a reflection on the institution, because the institution, the JCF, is working hard to weed out the bad apples.
I love that.
That's
And I
something as
can't
a
wait.
nation we have to appreciate.
I can't wait, because it's not like I'm anti-authority, but I am anti-bad authority, and it starts from the top. So if you're not really making sure the officers you put on the road have had proper, not just physical training, but mental training, and training how to deal with different varieties of citizens, they're still putting people in danger zone when you do that. And I have a major concern knowing now that they've allotted $8 billion for this new prison. I'm only hoping right now that you're taking care of this Nzinga King case, that maybe you get that dough, so ain't no $8 million prison coming. $8 billion prison. I'm just saying, cut the budget on that, because they're going to have to fill the prisons, and I don't need that kind of pressure on the street. You know what I'm saying? Take away that $8 billion. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
He sound like he about to do it too, but he ain't gonna tell me.
No comment.
Anyway, I heard you're an artist, so before I hang up the phone on you, say you have to sing like a song, Mr. Liar, sir.
No, oh man, you have put me on spot like
Yes,
that.
I
Right
am.
now
You's an
I'm
artist.
doing the last thing.
All right, well, don't worry, I got your song. I'm gonna play it before we. Can I get a song? All right, I'm gonna play your song before the show goes out today. Okay?
Okay.
What's
that's
your
fine.
artist name?
Isat.
Isat. All right. ISAT. He is an attorney by day and an artist. I don't read lips, Shannon. Like, he always does that to me. I don't read lips.
I'm just saying, the son of an icon, big youth. That's all.
Oh,
that's all.
You could have came on the mic and said it.
I didn't want to say it.
He's also the son of an icon. I don't know why you thought I would have read that on your lips. Like, I would have no way of knowing that on your lips. Okay. So, attorney Isat Buchanan, he is definitely taking care of our wonderful young Empress Nzinga King and the situation when her hair was cut off last week, or whatever day it was cut off, inside the prison, allegedly. So thank you so much for talking with us, and we hope to talk to you again when things are about to wrap up.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And in the meantime, I'm going to hope for some brighter days. No more hair stories like this.